Konnichiwa, Asami here. Today, we're gonna make a delightful 5-ingredient strawberry cake that's sure to impress both your taste buds and your guests. With just a handful of basic ingredients, we're gonna create a delicious and beautiful cake that's perfect for any occasion. Let's get started. First, let's prepare the baking tray. Line a baking tray with baking paper. Also, get a piping bag with a round tip ready. Preheat the oven to 200 Celsius or 390 Fahrenheit. Sift 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour onto another piece of paper. Sifting is not just about removing lumps, it also adds a touch of air to the flour, which will help it blend smoothly into the cake batter. Next, let's create powdered sugar. Take roughly 4 tablespoons of custard sugar and pop it into your blender. Blend it up until it transforms into a soft, powdery goodness. If you have powdered sugar at home, please use it instead. It's easier and simpler. I'm doing this to keep my recipe at 5-ingredient recipe. Then crack 3 eggs and separate the whites from the yolks. Make sure no yolk gets into the egg whites, as the fat in the yolks will interfere with making a nice meringue. Grab a half cup of custard sugar, add a pinch of it to the egg whites, and let's whip it up. Start at the highest speed and gradually add the remaining sugar in 2 pots while you are whipping. Keep beating until the mixture is thick and forms peaks when you lift the whisk. When meringue is done, add the egg yolks. Beat quickly with a hand mixer for a few seconds, then stop. It is not completely mixed, but that's totally fine because it will be combined while you are mixing it with the flour you will add next. Add 1/3 of the sifted flour to the egg mixture, then gently fold in from the bottom up. Before it is completely mixed, add the rest of the flour and continue to mix. Be careful not to overmix, as the more you mix, the more the meringue will break and your cake will become dense. When you can't see any flour, stop mixing. The key is to mix quickly. Transfer the batter to the piping bag, then pipe it in a circular motion to make a circle on the baking paper. You can pipe it to any size you like, big or small, depending on the occasion. Just remember that you need 2 pieces per cake, so pipe 2 pieces as close to the same size as possible. If you want to make it easier, instead of using a piping bag, you can drop the batter onto a piece of paper with a spoon and shape it into a circle like this. At this point, spread the batter as evenly as possible so that it bakes evenly. Just be careful not to touch the batter too much with the spoon, or the air in the batter will break and your finished cake will be less fluffy. Take the powdered sugar we prepared, then use a sieve to sprinkle generously over the piped cake batter. This powdered sugar will give your cake a nice light crispiness on the outside and keep it fluffy on the inside. Lower the oven temperature to 190 Celsius or 375 Fahrenheit and bake for about 10 to 12 minutes or until they are lightly golden. After you remove the cake from the oven, place the cake on a wire rack to prevent it from being overbaked by the residual heat from the tray. While the cakes are cooling, let's make some whipped cream. Put 1 cup of whipping cream in a large bowl with 1.5 tablespoons of custard sugar and whip until it's nice and fluffy. Keep it in the fridge until we are ready to use it. When the cakes are not hot anymore, carefully remove them from the paper and make a pair. Flip one of the cakes over, pipe a little whipped cream in the center, and place a whole strawberry on top. Pipe more whipped cream around the strawberry, and then place half the strawberries around the cream like this. Place the other cake on top, and then if you like, you can top with more whipped cream and more strawberries for decoration. Let me show you how to assemble the cake with a spoon. These are the cakes formed with a spoon. Start by using a spoon to place a small dollop of whipped cream in the center of a cake, then place a whole strawberry on top. Then spread the cream over the strawberry to cover it. Be careful not to spread the cream all the way to the edge of the sponge cake. We want to keep it tucked in so it doesn't come out when we place the strawberries. Place the half the strawberries around the cream and place the other cake on top. You can decorate it with more strawberries and whipped cream if you would like. Ta-da! You've just created a lovely cake without the need for a piping bag. Simple yet delightful. Here's another tip. If your strawberries are not very sweet, you can sweeten them up. Just take a saucepan, add some sugar or honey, a touch of water, and gently cook the strawberries. This turns them into a sweet compote that you can use as a filling instead of fresh strawberries. You can also use store-bought strawberry jam. Allow the cake to set in the fridge for about 30 minutes and your cake is ready to enjoy. I really love how beautiful this cake looks, and trust me, it's not just about the look, it's so delicious. The fluffy sponge cake plays so well with the milky whipped cream and those sweet and tangy strawberries. It's a classic combination that's hard not to love. I hope you enjoyed today's video, friends. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. It always means a lot when you do. If you're interested in more 5-ingredient desserts, I've actually made a couple of videos like this before. I'll leave the link in the description box below, as well as the link to the written recipe for strawberry cake we made today. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. ありがとう and さよなら. Bye!